Hello everybody, welcome to this amazing game of Dead by Daylight. Today we're just going to give a couple of tips and the basics of Michael Myers before I make my full-on guide that has all the numbers for everything that has to do with Michael Myers. I'm hoping to have that done tomorrow, but I know he's supposed to release really soon. I wasn't sure if it was the 8th or the 9th, and this video releases on the 8th, so at least you get your tips ahead of time and understand exactly how Michael Myers works, so you can both play against and play as Michael Myers. So Michael Myers has the tool Evil Within. That's his weapon. Essentially, he starts off the game in Tier 1 of Evil Within. What this does is he has a very, very tiny terror radius. I believe it's only 8 meters, which is incredibly small. Essentially, by the time that they get notification that you're there with your terror radius, you're in range to hit them. His lunge is also decreased, and his speed is decreased. He's, I believe, second slowest next to Nurse. I keep forgetting what the numbers are. I think Nurse is the slowest, cannot catch up to the survivors, with Michael Myers Tier 1 that is just ever so slightly faster than the survivors. The point of Evil Within 1 is you're hard to detect. They can see you, they can see your red stain, but they cannot hear the heartbeat. So you're able to sneak up and even get a couple of really good pull-offs. And you could do monitor and abuse from the doctor to make this absolute zero terror radius. There's a lot of add-ons you can use with this Tier 1, which is pretty good, but let's just get into what this does. So as you use the tool, you will, if you're looking at a survivor, you begin absorbing powers of Evil Within. As you absorb them by stalking them, you'll rank up. Every survivor only has so much power that you can stalk them for before they turn red, and you can't drain them of any more power. So managing how much power you take from people is kind of important. If you drained one person completely but killed somebody else, now the chances of getting to a higher tier later on is diminished because you're already out and you use somebody you likely didn't stalk. So keeping track of people is very important. So after you stalk them for X amount, you get to Evil Within 2. This is where you become a basic killer with a slightly less terror radius. Still, he doesn't have a normal size terror radius, it's smaller, but he now moves as fast as basic killers such as Trapper, Hillbilly, and Wraith. His terror radius is still slightly smaller, but he's got his normal lunge going for him at this point. I don't know the exact range. It could be a little less, a little more, but it's definitely better than Tier 1. He's essentially a Wraith killer without the ability of going invisible. But this is where stalking becomes very important. You can get into Evil Within 3. When you stalk enough to get Evil Within 3, you get a massive terror radius. You do double the damage with your attacks, which essentially is an instant down. This does not counter the effects of borrowed time, essentially. If somebody has borrowed time, you will put them in borrowed time state immediately, regardless of what their health is. And there's a couple add-ons to go with this. Evil Within Tier 3 is limited. For about 60 seconds, you're stuck in there, and you have to knock as many people down or kill them, or however you proceed to play with Evil Within 3, but be aware your terror radius is, I believe it's normal. It's larger than your Tier 2, but it's normal, and then you also knock people down. From this point, once you run out of the Evil Within 3, you return to Tier 2. You can never return to Tier 1, and you will always be in Tier 2 once you rank up the first time. So how you play Michael Myers is up to you. You can stay in Tier 1 forever if you want to risk the slower movement speed, but the other benefit also of Evil Within 3 is you go through windows a little faster. It's kind of nice. So anyways, so that's his tool. I love this killer. I have loved this killer since his release. He is the most terrifying killer in the game. Not knowing where he's at, if he's Tier 1, if he sneaks up on you, scariest shit in the world. He just comes out of nowhere. So these are his perks. Save the best for last. Used to be one of the most broken, most powerful perks. It is now one of the worst. Essentially, after chasing somebody for 20 seconds, a successful hit after that time will cause you to recover 40% faster, so you can strike again a lot faster. The problem is you have to chase them for 20 seconds, and I believe it's as long as your obsession is alive chasing somebody, this occurs. I don't get to use this very often these days because there's several other better perks out there, and this requires your obsession to be alive for it to work. And so what Michael Myers and Laurie do is they introduce obsession perks. So if you've noticed those little spider claws around somebody's portrait, that means they're the obsession, or you're the obsession. As a survivor will not see if someone else is the obsession, they can only see if they are the obsession. You as the killer will obviously be able to know who your obsession is. The next one is play with your food. This was, again, a really good perk until it was heavily nerfed into the ground. And it's okay, but again, it's just one of those things that relies way too much on the obsession. It's way too situational. I don't get much use of it these days. But essentially, every time you see your obsession and you let them go without striking them, because if you strike them, you lose a token, you gain a token. And that token is a 5% movement speed up to 3 tokens at max. So 15% movement speed at max. And then every time you swing or do an offensive attack, including weapon, I don't believe stalking counts, but if you were like Huntress, they fixed the bug. It's supposed to take away Hillbilly's Chainsaw, I believe Nurse's Blink. All that will take a token away from play with your food. Whereas to get it back, you have to chase them and let them go. There's also a cooldown, I believe, of 10 seconds for you, so you can't just follow the obsession, lose them, get the token, follow them immediately, lose them, get a token again. You have to wait 10 seconds between each one, which is where the heavy nerf came with this. It's just not nearly as good as it used to be. Finally, Dying Light. This one is actually pretty good. If you do find your obsession, once the obsession dies, every other survivor is cursed with a 25% penalty to repair speed. Although, while the obsession is alive, the obsession gets 50% increased speed to altruism acts, including healing, saving off the hook, and healing. Yeah, that's really all the altruism you get. Oh, it's saving out of bear traps if you're running as Trapper. So, with that being said, you know, it's one of those ones where once you find the obsession, you gotta kill him. You need to make sure the obsession dies by any means necessary. And with that said, I mean, that pretty much wraps up the general census that is Michael Myers. And before we move on to the actual gameplay, we got the add-ons, and there's just a couple I need to make you aware of that when you're playing, that these are possible to happen and how you know they're gonna happen. So first are the tombstones, the add-ons of Tombstone Piece and the Judas Tombstone. Tombstone Piece and the Judas Tombstone essentially allow Michael Myers to instantly kill you, not down you, kill you, more you. Right off the bat, you're dead if he touches you. It's a special grab animation that he's given once he gets close enough to you when he's only in tier 3. This is what the Tombstone Piece is harder to decipher, but it's very easy to know when they have a Judas Tombstone, because there's a couple of things you can get. But just know that these will outright kill you. So if you see somebody die while Michael is in tier 3 and they just outright die, never been hooked, you know they have a tombstone. But to catch it beforehand, if they're running a Judas Tombstone, not only will he be slower, but he'll be stalking you like crazy. It takes a lot more power absorbed from you in order to reach this. Also, he's slower, so if you... It's really hard to judge a killer's movement speed, but when you've played against or with as killers as much as I have, you would kind of know Michael Myers is acting a little slow. This would be why. However, a Tombstone Piece, on the other hand, just requires him to get quite a bit more evil within before he hits tier 3, and then when he does kill somebody, it consumes his tier 3, returns to tier 2 immediately, whereas the Judas Tombstone does not return him to tier 2. He can keep killing. The other two things I want to make you very aware of are Fragrant Tuft of Hair. This makes his evil within tier 3 permanent. It also requires him to have a lot more power to get to tier 3 in the first place, but it's permanent. Combined with a Judas Tombstone, it can be very scary. However, if he does combine both of them, it is very unlikely before 5 gens are even done that he'll have enough time to even stalk everybody of all the power needed to get there. Just be very wary not to just intentionally let him absorb the stalking power out of you. It's a bad idea if he's running these. Finally, Scratched Mirror. This is my favorite perk to run with, and what it is Michael Myers cannot rank out of tier 1 Evil Within. Instead, he can see you by stalking, no matter where you're at, of 36 meters away from him. So, essentially, he knows where you're at all times, and if he can't see you by stalking, he'll just keep walking till one of your auras are revealed. Then he can plan and strategize around you and essentially chase you with you having no luck of getting away from him. The only counter you can have to this is if you know he has Scratched Mirror, just have someone get chased if you're in Survive with Friends and get all the generators as fast as you can. Otherwise, I mean, that's really basic information. There's no real, like, counter. Pallets will help slow him down. Don't forget, he is pretty slow. Windows, looping, it's the only way you're going to get him off you. But you don't want to really lose him. You want to make sure that you understand that even if you think you lost him, he's probably playing with you. And he's either waiting for you to make a mistake, he's waiting for you to come closer. Just be very wary of Michael Myers. Final note as well, Object of Obsession perk does not work at all on Tier 1 Michael. He is completely invisible to those effects, including Spine Chill and Premonition. None of those perks will be affected by Michael Myers Tier 1. Whew, that is a lot of information, kids. I'm glad I could get all the talking out of the way for you, and we'll see you in-game. Before jumping into the match, I know I said we would. Let's just go over the perks I'm running for the match. I'm running Iron Grasp 3. That is my preferred transport perk. There's Agitation 3, Iron Grasp 3. Iron Grasp is my preferred. It helps counter body blocking. Nurse's Calling, amazing tracking, especially if you let someone get away. If they're trying to heal around you, or if someone gets saved on a hook and starts healing around the hook, reveals their location to you. Ooh, man, feeling a little gassy today. Brutal Strength, a must on Michael Myers. Michael Myers' only weakness is boards, and that will stop your evil within 3. Just get this as soon as possible. Whispers is my preferred tracking tool. If you really like things like Spies from the Shadows, I believe Shadowborn is not half bad. It lets you stalk in a wider range. If you want to try some generator rushes like Ruin, or, you know, get the Antiphobia in there, all viable. But I'm going to be running these 4 perks. No add-ons for the sake of just being a bland Michael Myers. Might want some extra points though. Go Brutality. Gas Heaven at the Auto Haven Wreckers. Alright, so we're playing Michael Myers. Starting off, I'm a little slower than most killers, as you've probably seen 100 times in every one of my videos that I've played Michael Myers in. Or if you're brand new, hello brand new person! What am I doing? I have whispers. So I'm slower. I have no terror radius. They can see and hear my heavy breathing from Myers, because he breathes very heavily through what I would think is a very heavy mask. Alright, so I hear someone. Oh, got it. Free hit. She didn't see me coming, but I got her really good. Can't see where the hell she went. Boy, she's running. So you can get a good stock. It does reveal their aura if you do see him. I'm trying to get out of Tier 1 Evil Within. I want to be able to move. Anything less than Tier 1's not bad. Or, well, Tier 1. Ooh. Hi. You too? You too? No? Let's go ahead and damage this. You gonna run by me? No? Oh, we're gonna play this game. Hang on, that girl's just self-healing out here. You get a really good jump on people. They don't hear you coming. They don't know you're coming. You just get them real good. Aw, don't body block me. I've got Iron Grasp 3. Take the hit. Alright, so we're just gonna stalk her a little bit. I want my stalking points. Alright. I need to get him off the generator inside of here. One of the scarier things, too, is that Michael Myers is hard to see. Not gonna be able to... Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna damage this. I don't want them to have it. She's healing right out there. That's why I run Nurse's Calling. Someone running past me here? That's pretty interesting. Oh, they saved her. But they're gonna run... Oh! That altruism, though. God damn it. Hey! I could use some Evil Within. Oh, thank you. Alright, kids, get out of here. You little scamps. Oh, no. Oh, hell no. Get out of that locker. Oh, man. Don't be working on a Jenny with me here. That's a bad idea, kids. Oh, I saw that shit. I don't think I didn't. Let's get some more damage on this again. I'm not gonna let him have it. Now, she's in here. Whether I want her to be or not. Oh, alright, well they got 2 generators elsewhere. That girl either booked it or she's on the other side of this truck. One or the other. Where are you at? I know you're in here. Oh, there she is. Found her. Well, farmed. I was looking for you. That was rude. Sorry. Oh, hi. Extra person altruism. Oh, they ran away immediately. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Next. Really just need to make sure the generator goes down. This is a very easy to be done generator and one to protect. And there's no way in the front door, so that's good. That generator, there's 2 over there, 2 way the hell over there. They're working on the furthest ones. That would help me a lot. But for reasons, I have whispers still over here. Oh, I heard that. Again, you're so fucked. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Called it. Alright, now we need to actually build up Evil Within. Because what you want to do is essentially get your Evil Within to a near tier 3, but don't actually proc it. Just absorb enough. Because you can get pretty damn close. There we go. Just top it off there. There you go. So now what you can do a variety of things. Now, I'm not one to camp, but I did release a controversial video not too long ago regarding camping. But if you wanted to, you could run something like Insidious while you're in tier 2. You could stay nearby. You do a variety of things. All in which would ultimately get the next person in trouble. This would be a massive amount of bait to knock and get a guaranteed second kill. All I have to do is stalk someone for literally a second, if even a second, and it's just a kill. Simple as that. And I don't really have reason to want to let that basement kill go. Again, like I said, they're here. I don't know where, but I need to make sure that they don't act upon this basement kill. It's very important for my victory here. Being the yeah, those bastards. 1 generator left. Those generators aren't even started. It's not defending the 3. They went for that because they went to go check stuff out. And they're healing. It's perfect. So what they're going to expect me to do is come down and hit one of them. They're going to body block. Down. Since the other person didn't start running, this person's down. And that's Michael Myers in a nutshell. So typically what I do is I try to always get to the near tier 3 and then knock someone down normally, bait them to a hook or bait somebody to something, and then tier 3 them. It kind of guarantees a tier 3 hit if you tier 3 at a distance. The problem with that is you'll start wasting time. They'll find pellets and they'll loop you. Now, I've got to go find the next person, but my terror radius is normal, so they're going to be able to look for the trapdoor right now. It's kind of, again, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I don't know where the hell they could be. They did get the generator on the other side of the map. Did I just see them? Oh, tier 3 hit, missed, and I'm about to lose it. See that white bar on the Evil Within 3? I'm gonna lose it before I hit her. That sucks. She's going for that hot saves. I saw you. I saw your character model. I saw your character model. There we go. That's a full wipe. Wow, damn. If I had hit that on the drop down, it would have been hot. Tier 3 lasts for as long, so now I'm back down to Tier 2. No points, you'd have to stalk your way back up. We got a triple kill due to altruism, which is pretty hot. And, you know what? It's successful gameplay. Michael Myers is probably one of the scariest killers to go against. It's a one of the scariest killers, especially in the basement. It's kind of like the hillbilly. You don't try to save anybody in the basement with a hill. Oh my god, the sick 5%. It happened. Holy shit. Oh my god. No, bye. Oh, goddamn borrowed time. Both them. Both of them. My goodness. Alright. Well, this will be quite the interesting play here. I need to get my Evil Within back. I don't mind that she sits there, because I'm just wasting her time. She's gonna die on me. I actually wanted to waste the pallet, kinda. I don't even think I'd be able to get Tier 3. Nah, she's going down. Now the other boy, on the other hand... Ooh, look at that. Hardly enough. So now what do I want? What I want to do is, there's no way I could bait this gentleman into the basement. He won't take the bait. That was a hot 5%. Well, it's actually 4% off the hook, but they did it. Hot damn. Don't know where he took off running to. He shouldn't have gone very far. But I placed her in an open area so that I could see if he was going for the save. And now he's got a choice. He can try to get to this hatch in the middle of the open, and I can down him if he gets too close. Problem is, though, I have to be able to catch him first, which is going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. I'm not getting a Whispers pickup on him. It's bad news bears for me. Okay, so Whispers will let me know if he's in the radius of this hatch. And I don't want him to have him. Just kind of scouting the area. Feel like an antenna at this point. Damn, I thought it was a full-on double pip wipe right there. Okay, so he's definitely not over here. We're just traveling further away. I don't like to sit near the trapdoor all day. It's like the most boring thing in the world for me. I don't think either of them saw it. Okay. Alright, so he's definitely coming for it. He's gotta be, based on the way Whispers is working with me. Alright, he's coming closer. If I walk away, and if I walk towards, he'd be on either side. Yeah, he's got to be up there in the back. I want to believe that he is here. He's now staying within relative range of the hatch. That's a problem. Can't leave, and I gotta find him. Gotta find him. This is scary. You gotta get him before he gets to the hatch, or else we're gonna have a standoff, and I don't want that. Trying to avoid the hatch. No! Ah! Before he... I thought he was further away, but he ran straight to it. I wasn't gonna play that game. But it was very good. It was a very good 4% play. Still got my kill. And it was worth a try. Tried to stop him before he got too close. If you knock him down a little further away, he fell directly onto it. Sucked for me, but we went for it. It was a good try. otherwise we just had to sit there and this would take a way longer amount of time. I really would hope, and I pray to God, they come with an update to fix the standoff. Either just let the survivor win immediately, or have a way for there to be some actual counterplay other than the game of patience. But otherwise, I think that was a very fun game. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you did too. If this helps you with Michael Myers and understanding him, I'll be coming out with a full guide so you guys can understand exactly what his add-ons and perks do with numbers. Might take me a little longer than I think it will, but I'm saying that this is a really good way just to get you started. Something to keep you going. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, good game.